Hi, Stage 1 Biology team. This is a short video to prepare you for your upcoming test on topic 1. I thought we'd go back and look at our slides from earlier in the term. You have a copy of these slides on Daymap. This short video is just me talking through those slides. The first topic that we did was 1.1, living and non-living things. So this slide talks about there being two types of living things, unicellular or multicellular. Uni, one cell, multi, many cells. We then watched a YouTube clip that classified living things. We then looked at the characteristics of living things and we saw that there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 living characteristics of living things according to your textbook. You can go through your textbook, it talks about them in more detail. We used the mnemonic Mrs. Gren to remember those. Here we go into a little bit more detail about each one of those characteristics of living things. There's movement, nutrition, respiration, excretion, growth, reproduction, and sensitivity. I then set you some homework with those where you went to a quizzes and you did some questions on page 11 of your textbook. Go back and look at those if you need any help. The next topic that we looked at was 1.2, the cell theory, which starts on page 12. There were 3 parts to the cell theory. All living organisms consist of 1 or more cells. All cells arise from pre-existing cells by cell division. That's mitosis that we learn about later. And the cell is the fundamental unit of structure and function in all organisms. We then talked about unicellular and multicellular again. And then we looked at the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. We said that when it had IC at the end, ic, it was talking about the cells. When it had oat, like here, it was talking about the entire organism. We said that there were a few common features between them, which are on your screen right now. And then we talked about prokaryotes hypothesized as being older, ancient compared to eukaryotes, and it's thought that eukaryotic cells evolved from prokaryotic cells. We then looked into prokaryotes and we looked at there being no membrane-bound organelles, and we saw that they did not have a nucleus. Prokaryote meaning before nucleus. Prokaryote cells have a cell wall, they could have a capsule, pili, flagellum. This is all language that we use. They have ribosomes, a little bit smaller than eukaryotic cells, and their chromosomes are circular instead of linear. Eukaryotic cells do have a nucleus, that's where the DNA is held. They do have membrane-bound organelles. Each organelle plays a specific role in the cell. There's a list of organelles that you should know on your screen right now. You should know the structure, so what they look like, how they're organized, and you should know the function, what they do. Test yourself out by trying to draw them and then write about what their role is within the cell. There's a YouTube clip if you wanted to go on a guided tour of the cell and find out what each of those organelles do. And then there's a comparison between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells at that clip there. We then had homework where we were completing, copied the page, the table from page 17, and you completed questions 2, 3, and 4 in your textbook. All right, so that's 1.1 and 1.2, a really brief summary. Go back, do the questions in your workbook. I'll also set some questions on quizzes. You'll find those links on Daymap. Good luck with your revision. Cheers.